man, Paula Deen really changed.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
100%, right?
Like when she was just being racist and making, pretty good mac and cheese. I'm sorry, that's Susan Wiles. I'm so sorry. That's embarrassing for me.
That is a little.
She's in the new certificate. Yeah. Or maybe it was just her face.
Here's the thing, Chris. Here's the thing, is that if I were Susie Wiles, Chief of Staff to the President of the United States,
rarely ever seen, by the way.
Oh yeah, like well known as being a disciplined operator, who traditionally has been given credit for keeping Donald Trump from going completely insane in public. Really one of the key architects of his 2024 presidential win, right? If I were her, what I would want to do is to immediately give 11-hour-long interviews to Vanity Fair, the famously cosmopolitan elite publication in the United States that is the antithesis of everything that MAGA stands for, in which I would say things about my boss like he has the personality of an alcoholic.
Yeah,
that's what I would do, Chris, if I were Susie Wiles.
This reminds me of an episode of The West Wing.
Yeah.
And in this episode, President Josiah Bartlet, greatest American president that never was,
obviously,
he was doing an interview on television, and then at the end of the interview, he says something disparaging about his opponent, I think, in the presidential campaign. But he says it after the interview. Right. And then he kind of mumbles it under his breath. And then he realizes that the red light is still on.
Ooh.
And it's just like, oh, no. And then it's like they spend the entire episode trying to clean up for the president's mistake.
Yeah.
Right. So here's my thing. Susie Wiles is not an amateur. Susie Wiles is not somebody who's like, this is my first job being the chief of staff to the president of the United States. She has helped put people in places. She is a MAGA operator. She's a Republican operator.
She is a veteran of the political warfare.
And not in a good way. She makes sure that the worst people get into the worst places.
Yeah.
So here's the question. Why has she done this? Seriously.
I honestly, okay, so
think about what she said.
Right.
The president's got an alcoholic personality. J.D. Vance is a conspiracy theorist. Pam Bondi whiffed on the Epstein files. Nobody's coming out good here
no, she's talking smack about everybody.
Yeah. And everything's on the record.
Yeah.
This is not no one should be surprised when this comes out. Right. And yet they pretended like they were.
11 interviews with Vanity Fair. You're Susie Wiles. You know who Vanity Fair are. It's not like they rang you up one day and were like, "Hi, we're a small independent, journalistic, thing, and we would like to interview you, please."
Oh, geez.
I like that. You're right. It's Morty. I should be doing a Morty post for this.
Oh, geez.
We're just hoping we could do an interview with you. Is that okay? Yeah. This isn't her first rodeo. She did not just fall off of the back of a turnip truck into the Trump White House, right? So she knows that she's giving an interview to an outlet that, I wouldn't say the Vanity Fair is it's not like a left-wing rag or anything like that. It's not the Morning Star, people.
No. It's owned by Condé Nast. It's, these people, I think they donate to Trump as well.
But these people Vanity Fair is for the people who are rich and worldly and, like to look at, interestingly lit photographs of powerful people in nice suits.
Yeah.
So when she's giving this series of interviews to Vanity Fair, she had to have known what the effect was going to be. And when it first happened, I was convinced that this was her way of flipping a double bird as she jumps out the side of the plane with a parachute on before it goes down in flames. Right? Because that would be baller. That would be such a cool move. If I were her, I would do that because the Trump administration is clearly about to collapse in on its own crapulence. I thought that she was doing that. But no, it turns out that she apparently is blindsided by how this is played to the point where, Chris.
Yeah.
She actually claimed that she had never said the things about J.D. Vance being a conspiracy theorist.
Yeah.
And then the journalist produced the tape of her saying literally that. And the New York Times listened to it, and the New York Times was like, yep, she absolutely said it.
Yeah.
So, to lie about something that is so easily caught is deeply in keeping with the Trump administration in general. Actually.
This is why I go back to this point. The end of that episode. Turns out that Bartlett had not made a mistake. He did it on purpose.
Ooh.
He obviously knew the light was on because he is not an amateur. He's not a moron. So he made sure that an entire story that the president has overheard saying, but not the president has said.
Mm-hmm.
And this person is clearly not a moron.
Mm-hmm.
So why on? It's like either she's trying to deflect from the release of the Epstein files, which it hasn't worked because the Epstein files came out and they were just a disaster of redactions and all that.
Yeah.
So we're talking about the Epstein files. We're no longer talking about the Vanity Fair deal, but I mean, we're talking about this separately. This is not part of a full episode. We're just going to tell you that right. This is why it's so short in the thing.
Exactly.
This little behind the curtain situation here. This is the only time we'll ever admit it.
Yeah.
But like the other thing that I find interesting is that they must have thought that somehow this is going to be good for them because they took pictures in Vanity Fair of like
it wasn't just Susie Wiles having pictures taken in Vanity Fair. It was Stephen Miller,
Caroline Levitt,
like holy crap,
Marco Rubio,
JD
Vance.
Everyone was like, yes, we should have Vanity Fair take our pictures in lighting that makes us look malevolent.
But they don't know that's happening. Like when somebody's taking your picture, you are putting your entire image in their hands, and the person that they had take the picture was not. It was a photojournalist. It wasn't, some MAGA stooge.
Right.
And the person who takes the pictures, from what I understand, his name is Christopher something. I don't know his last name. But like the person never takes good photos of politicians. But, he's taken photos of Obama, Michelle, and Barack and others. And they're extreme close-ups.
Yep.
And he tries to make them look as not nice as possible. And the Obamas come out looking pretty good, even though they're not looking perfect.
They look pretty good. They look pretty good in general. So,
But the pictures they got of the close-ups of
Caroline
Levitt, Levitt.
Yeah,
it had to be explained to me exactly what was bad because first off, she's 28 years old.
I did not recognize her from that picture. Like that's not the face of a 20 anything-year-old. Like
I know 40-year-olds,
man,
who look younger and better than she does.
I'm 46. I would put my skin up against hers at a moment's notice. Like, and I smoked for like a good 12 years.
You did.
So like, yeah, what the shit, man? Like, oh no.
You could see apparently because like the very strong close-ups of her face.
Yeah,
you could see the injection sites for lip filler.
Yeah, well, because you got to have the work done.
In order to be seen by Trump, you have to have extreme features.
Yeah, maybe his eyesight's not that good. Maybe that's it. Maybe if you don't have the lip injections,
maybe it's his frontal.
He can't see your lips. Oh, maybe he has face blindness.
Ooh,
right? And like. Yeah, right. And that would explain why he ended up mistaking, that woman that he was found to have raped with his wife, Marla Maples.
That's right.
Yeah.
E. Jean Carroll?
Yeah, E. Jean Carroll.
Carroll.
Yeah, mistook a picture of her for a picture of his ex-wife, Marla Maples.
Whoopsie doodle.
Yeah.
So yeah, like the pictures that they got out of that report were just horrible for everyone. Apparently, JD Vance said, "I'll give you $100 if you make me look better than Rubio."
If you're a photographer, do you take that money? Do you take that money knowing in good faith that there's no way you can make that man look as good as Marco Rubio? And it's not that Marco Rubio is a handsome man, but like,
I think the deal is you take the money and you just do what you want to do. It's not like he come get you.
Yeah, and that's a good point.
I think the vice president is at the door to Vanity Fair. He's looking for the photographer. He wants his money back.
It's like being gummed by a newt.
I mean, it just. I think the content of what Wiles has said. I mean, and also, again. I don't think that she was trying to jump out of the plane, fingers ablazing. Like, honestly, like she was saying things like, Trump did know Epstein. He's in the files, but it was just two young playboys being playboys. And as you know, there is nothing about Epstein from the beginning of his professional life that is anything innocent, that's anything acceptable. No. The guy was the top grifter of grifters.
Yeah.
Right. The guy had no core, no soul, no nothing. The guy was his only job was to hoover up or vacuum up as much money as humanly possible so that he could pretend to be the landed gentry for just whatever time he had left.
Yeah. Like but this is the thing, right? During the time when Donald Trump was Jeffrey Epstein's best friend, right, during the time when they were incredibly close. This is also the time when Donald Trump opens up his own modeling agency, right? Yeah. For teens. And he did this because he was friends with another guy who was from France and had a modeling agency for teens. And this guy got arrested in 2022 for, raping a bunch of underage models that worked for his agency. He ended up committing suicide in prison. I don't have his name off the top of my head.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I know. So I will append this to the notes of the background. So go check the check the notes later on, people. But
well, while you check that, I mean, and as we keep on talking about what we're going to talk about, the Vanity Fair piece that has been done on them. I don't know how much damage it's done. I think the other part of it is that the damage done by this is almost negligible because we all know the answer. We all understand who these people are. If you're MAGA faithful, if you're at the America Fest right now, you are laughing at this because this is not true. And Susie's doing a great job and we all support her. If you're not at America Fest, you're like, we already knew this, but also, why are you still defending him? What we've gotten here is I do personally think it is a distraction set up by Susie Wiles, who, again, is a political maneuver strategist. She knows how to maneuver. And it may have been her big, what we say here, wheeze, her big idea to create the space for another conversation that isn't the Epstein files. And if the Epstein files weren't such a dumpster fire of transparency, then it may have worked, right? But what came out from the Epstein files is so bad and so clearly protecting Trump. That we it doesn't matter what you said. I don't care if he's an alcoholic personality. Why was his name in there one day and gone the next? In front of everyone, right? Because everybody knew nobody trusts this government unless you are one of the sycophantic faithful. So everybody, like you said, earlier, downloaded everything they could find that before the government clearly is just going to, wipe the system. And who knows? Apparently they're going to just drip feed us, files for the rest of time. But in 15 days, by the way, they have to report to Congress on the release. So that's going to be fun.
Well, I mean, they have to in the same sense that they had to release all the files on the 19th. They are going to break the law. They're going to keep doing it, and they're going to keep doing it until Congress impeaches Pam Bondi and starts removing other elements of this administration.
Well, what do you think? But however long that's going to take. Yeah, we got to keep on talking about that. Figure out what's going on. But yeah, this doesn't look good, but it never does.
That's it. Well, everyone's got a story.
We all have stories.